All right, today we're going to talk about our Chapter 5 notes, and I just wanted to change the color of my pen. So this memorabilia dictu is a little different, okay? It's an abbreviation, okay, an acronym, if you will. And it is STVBEEV. And the Latin is, okay, so the Latin is si tu vales bene est ego valeo. Okay, so that's the Latin of the STV, and so you can see it. Okay, STVBEEV. Okay, and its definition is if you are well, it is well. We would probably say good there, but it is well. And then I am well. Okay? And its meaning is this is an introduction or greeting for a letter. Okay? It's just a greeting to the letter. It begins a letter. And this is how the Romans would begin them. Very interesting. So let's review real quick infinitives. Infinitives are specific verb forms. Just about every verb that I could think of has one. Okay? The present active infinitive is also known as the second principal part. Okay? And we translated them as to and then whatever it meant. So parare was to prepare, and tenere was to hold. Okay? So we are going to have a present passive infinitive. And the present passive infinitive is just a small tweak of our present active, and the translation changes just a little as well. So we're going to take parare, and I'm going to drop the E. So this is going to be, in a way, my stem here. And then all we're going to do is add an I with a macron. Okay? So we have parari. And again, our translation changes to be prepared. Okay? For tenere, again, we'll do the same thing. We're going to drop the E, so we have tener. We're going to add the I with the macron, and so this is to be held. Okay? So I've got a few that we can practice on here. So what I would like for you to do, and I will continue, but I think it would be a good idea for you to pause the video, try these for yourself, and then restart the video and see if you got them right. I think it would be a good practice. Okay? So pause the video. Okay, so we're going to take narrare, and we drop the E, and we add we should have notar, and this A, that first A, should also have a macron. That's what I was double checking, because I thought so, but then my brain was telling me no. So you should have notari, and this is to be told. Okay? With dere, we're dropping the E. Whoops, and I was going to add it right back, but we need videri, and this is to be seen. Ubere, again, dropping the E, adding an I with a macron, so we have uberi, and this is to be ordered. And then we have amare. We'll drop the E, add our I with a macron, and we have to be loved. Now, one thing you need to know is not all verbs really and truly work in the passive voice. Okay? Not all of our verbs are going to work in the passive voice. Most of them will, but again, not all. Not all. Okay? So we're going to next move into this idea of ablative of agent. And you need to know that for many years, the books that I taught out of called this something else. So I want you to know that I also sometimes refer to this as personal agent. Okay? They are interchangeable. Notice that they both have the word agent in them. Okay? So this is kind of the start, and we'll get into it next unit, but this is the start of our prepositional phrases having names. In Latin, a lot of our prepositional phrases have names that they use a specific type of preposition in conjunction with a certain kind of noun. Okay? So a personal agent has to be a person, and you're going to see the preposition or ob, and it'll translate as by. Okay? And again, we are learning that /ob can also mean from or away from, but if you have or ob plus a person, then it equals by. Okay? And it's the person who does the action in the ablative case. And you're going to see it used with verbs that are in the passive voice. Sometimes it can be used in sentences with a verb that's in the active, but most of the time, and I would say probably pretty much, let's say 85 to 89% of the time, that verb is going to be in the passive voice. Okay? So here, a throwback from our previous chapter, we have a Piero, and so this should be by Pyrrhus, or Pyrrhus, I should say. Or, for example, ab athletes, and this would be by the athletes. So one thing I want to talk about, you have a/ob, and we also had e/x, okay? And they work like a or an, our little articles, okay? So where you use a before a consonant, or you use an before a vowel. Okay, so a/ob and e/x work like these two little articles. Okay, all right. We're adding this concept of ER adjectives, first and second declension ER adjectives. We actually worked with them last chapter because I didn't really want to break it up, but I do still want to give you an example of these ER adjectives, okay? Just like our second masculine nouns that end in R, where some keep the E or even the I before the R and some drop it, you can see that that's what happens here. So pulcher loses its E, but miser keeps its E. Okay? So you just have to pay attention. Sorry, didn't mean to make it that big. You just have to pay attention to that adjective. Okay? I'm going to use pulcher. So again, remember, this is your masculine nominative singular form. This is your feminine nominative singular form. And this is your neuter nominative singular form. And we get our stem from that feminine one. Okay? So here we go. You should have pulcher, pulchra, pulchrum, and again, we're going to drop the A to get our stem. So now we're going to have pulchri, pulchri, pulchri. For dative singular, you'll have pulchro, pulchri again, and then pulchro again. Accusative singular is pulchrum, pulchrum, pulchrum. And then ablative singular, you'll have pulchro, pulchra, but with a macron over our A, and then pulchro again. Okay, going into the plurals, here we go. You should have pulchri, pulchri, whoops, no macron, pulchri, pulchra. Genitive plurals are pulchrorum, pulchrarum, sometimes it's a mouthful, and then pulchrorum again. Dative plural, all the way across is going to be pulchres. And yes, I'm writing it all the way across. And yes, you can do it too. Accusative plurals are pulchros, pulchras, and pulchra. And then ablative plural, just like dative plural, pulchres, all the way across. Okay, I think that's it. That's it. Yay! So there's your Chapter 5 notes. Let me know if you have questions, and have a great day.